Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to make the Mailbox mod for the Masterbuilt electric smoker. Now I've got the Sportsman Elite model of the Masterbuilt here, and a lot of the models are the same in that they have an internal heating element. As you can see, the heating element is internal, so it's impossible to do cold smoking in one of these unless you get some sort of cold smoking mod. Now you can get a commercially bought cold smoker unit, but they're expensive, and if you want to do something less expensively, then the Mailbox mod is the way to go. Essentially how this works is you remove the wood feed tray, and it provides you access to the main heating compartment so you can hook your do-it-yourself cold smoking mod up to it. What you're going to need for this project is two 90-degree elbows, 3-inch, two 3-inch hose clamps, and a length of 3-inch ducting, flexible ducting. You're also going to need a metal mailbox. I picked this one up at Lowe's. It's galvanized steel. You can also use aluminum if you can find an aluminum mailbox. And it just opens up like that. And you have a cold smoke generating unit. In this case, I'm using the Amazing pellet smoker. So this is just a maze style pellet smoker that slow burns over the course of a couple hours. You can also use the tube type smokers. Anything that fits into this mailbox will work. You're also going to need some aluminum tape just to seal up any leaks and to connect the dryer venting to the actual body of the unit. Now the first thing that you're going to want to do is to cut the hole into the mailbox. Now you need to decide where you want to put the hole. A lot of people put it on the rear of the mailbox because it's a nice flat surface. It's easy to cut. However, the way I want it set up involves having a hole on the curved surface on the right side of the mailbox, so I can just leave it next to my smoking unit. In order to make the hole in the side of the mailbox, you're going to need a grease pencil such as this one. Take your 90-degree elbow, place it up against the mailbox roughly where you want it to be, and then trace around it. And this is a curved surface, so you need to maneuver the 90-degree elbow with the curve as you're drawing around it. Now that you have your circle traced out, you want to find the center of the circle. There's a lot of ways to do it. I'm going to post a method in the description section below the video, so check it out. Now that I've found the center of the circle, I'm going to draw some lines that intersect the center. Alright, now I'm going to use my Dremel tool to cut out these lines. Okay, now you can see I've cut these into triangles and I've peeled them back with needle nose pliers, and now I'm going to insert the elbow joint. If you use this flexible side of the elbow, it's a lot easier because it'll conform to any imperfections in the circle you just cut. So we'll just put that in. And I peeled these sharp triangle bits of metal back as far as I could, just so I'm not going to cut myself when I put this elbow joint in here. Alright, so that's in there pretty good. Now you want to use some needle nose pliers to just pry these triangular pieces up against the metal. Alright, it doesn't have to be perfectly flush because you're going to take one of your hose clamps and put it over top of the elbow. Make sure you get all of those points underneath it. And then you're going to cinch up this hose clamp. Alright, we've got this hose clamp nice and secured now, so we're just going to take a look on the inside and see how it looks. Okay, so as you can see, on the inside of the mailbox, it's poking in a little bit. Okay, now that I've got this elbow joint sealed up, I'm going to install the elbow joint on the smoker side. So it's relatively easy. It fits right in this hole here for the feed tray for the wood chips. So I'm just going to put that in like this, and it just fits snugly like that. And then you just want to take some aluminum tape and start sealing it up. Okay, now we've got the elbow installed onto the smoker. Now we're going to install the flexible ducting onto the mailbox. So we're just going to slip this over the top pipe here. There we go. Grab your hose clamp. And cinch it on. All right, now we're going to take this outside and install it and cut the flexible hose to length. All right, now I've got the mailbox mod where I want it, but as you can see, the flexible duct is way too long. So you can put it down on the ground, for example, down here, and then use more flex length, or you can put it up here, which I like to do, just because that's the way I have it set up. And then you can just measure it off to where you need to cut it. So I'm going to cut it to about there with some tin snips, and then I'll cinch it on with a hose clamp. All right, now I've got it set up where I want it. I'm going to now season the inside of the mailbox with a bit of canola oil, just to give the smoke something to adhere to and start the seasoning process. There's air holes in the bottom of this mailbox. They're just drill holes for mounting onto a post. Hopefully that's enough for the airflow to feed whatever you're using, the amazing pellet smoker or tube smoker. If there isn't, then you can drill some extra holes into the door. So now I'm going to rub the inside down with canola oil, and I'm going to grab my amazing pellet smoker and fire it up. All right, I've got this thing lit. I'm just going to let it sit there and get exposed to the air and get some coals going before I actually put it in and close the door to the mailbox, because I want to start it with some airflow. So we'll just wait for a bit longer until that starts up good, and then we'll shut the door. All right, she's going pretty good now, so we're going to push it into the mailbox and close the door. And hopefully we'll get some smoke into the smoker. Well, let's see, we'll open her up. Yeah, so as you can see, tons of smoke coming out. It's going all the way from the mailbox up the tube and into the smoke chamber. That's all nice, cool smoke, great for cold smoking. As you can see, excuse me, there's a lot of smoke there. As you can see, I have the door, the damper all the way open, and this just allows for a lot more airflow. So I'd suggest leaving it all the way open. And there you have it. So now I'm gonna smoke some cheese and salmon and all sorts of good stuff. Alright guys, well thanks for tuning in, I appreciate it, and I hope this video was helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button and like the video. Look forward to making some more videos in the future. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.